Welcome to Trade Doc, Theta Options Trader, where we recap today's close, look at the future, scan our ETF watch list to spot opportunity. Today is Tuesday, January 24th, 2017. The markets just closed about 15 minutes ago, and I'd like you all to subscribe just to get these daily recaps. And the markets, they closed all green with the Dow up 123 points, about 80 points away from the 20,000 mark. The Russell's the one that led the way up, 1.5%. Nasdaq up almost a full percent, and the S&P up 0.75%. Taking a look at the futures, everything's pretty much the same. Bonds down. The VIX got smashed down 4%, down to 13. Crude oil was up 0.5%, and natural gas was up almost 2%, 1.75. Gold and silver came down. Gold came down 0.5%. Silver came down a little over 0.25%. Copper was the winner of the metals today, up 2.25%. The Nikkei in Japan was up 0.75%. The dollar was up about 1/10, as well as a couple other currencies, including the Canadian dollar, almost 0.75%. The Mexican peso was down 0.5%, and the euro was down 0.1%. Soft metals, aluminum was up 0.5%, and nickel was down 0.5%. Take a look at the charts. Here's oil, and still got this option strategy in here, just this square. So oil should be pretty much stabilizing, moving its way down this trend line slowly. This I put a short on right at the top again, and though I think it might go up a little bit, I'll just add on to that position. I had no position. I took my position off yesterday, and I put it back on this morning, and I'm glad it actually popped up and I got a better price. That's what trading is all about, as well as I put this options trade right in this area. Natural gas was up 1% after I actually closed out my UGAZ, but I still have some options play going on with natural gas, and I will get long natural gas again with using that triple leverage UGAZ, just not yet. Gold was down almost 0.5%. Got this trading strategy going on. Haven't built up my triple leverage position yet or taken off this hedge. I like this to come down a little bit before I take off that GLD trade that I put on. And another option strategy here. No position, long positions in the gold miners. I think they just got to retract a little bit. Here's silver. Got some options plays going, and I'm actually pretty long silver, and that was actually done a couple of days ago, so I'll just put it in. It was probably around here where I use USLV, which is a triple leverage silver, as well as some options play. I'm going to keep loading up on silver. Energy sector was up 1%. It looks like it hit this trend line coming down, so that's probably a good place to short, but the way the market's acting right now, I like them to go up a little bit more. Utilities still trading sideways, pretty much unchanged. They were down 0.02%. XLI was up a full percent, broke this trend line. Now we should see this trading sideways, so I'm long a couple of and this was material sector, just bursted up. That's materials, including copper, all the metals and everything. So they bursted up. No position in that. It just that's something like that. I look at it, I just like immediately place a short, but not yet. Healthcare sector, like I said, I was waiting for this 68.68, and then I got long. So now we're long healthcare sector, and I plan to hold this long term. just because it's not going to be reaching this, and it's getting too oversold. It might come down a little bit, close around here tomorrow, but it's not gonna break down any further. The retail sector, I'm still trying to get filled on a DRV, just haven't gotten filled on the after hours, and that's kind of like the only time I get to trade. But I'm looking to get short real estate. Home builders, the ones that blasted off. Like I said, if it breached this line, all my targets were hit. So all these got closed out, automatically. I had just targets on them. So that was a good gain on all the home builders, and yeah, I will try to get short again. Say once they touch that line here. Retail sector, looks like I found strength. They were up 1.25%, so they're coming off this. They were oversold in this area where I took my profits. Not long, I'm just long like Groupon. I keep adding on to it, and actually Groupon did good today. Financial sectors came up 1.25%, and that's all the banks. So this trend line doesn't mean anything right now. If you can see, it kind of did like a double bottom at the support, never broke the support of 22.97, but it's still in the middle of this channel. Could keep on trading to the downside. S&P bursted out again. I think this might be all times high, I'm just not sure. No, it's not all time high yet. All time high was 228.38, and the Dow back up to the top of this range of this channel. So I'm still saying the Dow will probably touch or breach the all-time high again, so it will hit the 20,000 at some point. And the Qs came up right to this, and they actually didn't close at an all-time high. All-time high peak was 124.39. So still trying to trade this wedge, and this is just building itself up here. And here's the Russell, and I have this option strategy. I'm thinking of buying back the short puts that I got, so I want to get short the Russell if anything, and it's still trading this triangle. They were up 1.5%. Emerging markets were long. I was hoping that they came down a little bit, that way I can keep building the position on long emerging markets, and they were up a little over 0.5%. Japan was up 0.25%, still trading sideways pretty much. I closed out the rest of China for profits. Now I have no position in China, no options play in China, 0. So this is a double top, and it's going to be tough to breach that. I can see a spike down, as well as India. Both of them were, I closed out together, and that's pretty much it. I'm trying to get a better buying opportunity with India and China as well. Probably if they come down to this area here, I'd be more interested in getting long as I was here. Got long, took profits, bought a little bit more, took profits, and then just closed out the position with profit. This is Russia, no position in Russia. I was short Russia, and they were up 1.25%. So I would like to get them a little bit oversold here. It looks like it's breaking out of this bull flag. RS is turning up, kind of looking good for Russia. So they might go up, follow the Dow to the all-time high here. Europe, they were down about 0.1%, and kind of getting exhausted, it looks like. There's the British pound, and they're up almost unchanged, 0.04%. So I'll be looking to get, so the British pound's the one that I'm trying to get short on a lot. So just trying to get a good selling opportunity somewhere. And the dollar was pretty much unchanged, up 0.04%. And the VIX was down, down, down again, down 4.5%. Thanks, but we got a buy signal here, extremely oversold. Thanks for watching. Peace.